But we're here in Boulevard, just outside of Camp 177 in Jewel Valley, down here at the border wall where it just ends. And there's a makeshift pretend fence where you can basically get across very easily. But the Mexican immigration and military are set up right here. They have been for some time. And if you just go past behind me where it continues, there's a bunch of rocks, but there's pieces of wood with some barbed wire there that is, just a joke of a fence, really. There's many spots that have big holes that you could go across, but again, you could do it right here by these rocks. It just depends on, how brazen you are. Um, but it's interesting because they said that when they do find them, if once they get into America, obviously they can't, send them back. But if they do catch them before, and there aren't too many of them, they will process them and send them back to Tabasco, which is about a 3-day bus ride or so. And many people that I've met that have crossed have been deported by Mexican immigration and sent back to Tabasco and have made the trek. I even met somebody who got deported twice and then finally made it across. When we were just at Camp 177, there was about maybe 20 people, 25 people. Many of them were Chinese. There were 2 vans that came and picked them up, but the Chinese don't like to be filmed, which is very interesting. They definitely want to hide who they are. And just last night, Jdata 17 and Luke Slywaker were in out here staying overnight to get some night shots, which they did some lives, and so you'll have to check that out. But then this morning, there was some people down in Inkopah, which, sometimes that's been very dead, but there was about, 15 or so people there that wound up getting picked up by 2 vans. And we will continue to bring you some live coverage from some other areas today, but just wanted to give you a visualization of this area where, it's a 30-foot wall and then it just basically stops. There's, a makeshift blocker right here, but if you go just past here, you can see where all of the brush is trampled down. So it is a very high traffic area. Um, but I guess they do their best to keep the people out, is what they say. There is a generator over on the other side, right by where they would cross. So it might be kind of easy if they were in their tents to, just kind of cross without them knowing, I guess. But some trucks, they have come here today on the other side, the Mexican military, and they were loading weapons. They always have their um, what are these? Are they AK? No, they're M16s. And so they are carrying those around, but they were loading. They may be ARs. Um, I'm just not sure. I can't get that close of a view, but there were many of them here. They stay here a lot, so it's like you would think that having that much manpower, that there is a lot of traffic here, which you can tell because there'll be hundreds of people at Camp 177. Very often. And and again, it's very hot out today. It's just going to continue to get hotter, but continue to stay tuned because we will bring you some more lives later. Yesterday, I wanted to let you know I wasn't able to go live, but I found a Ecuador a Navy reserve, or he had been retired, I believe, but it's for a motorized infantry brigade is basically what it is. So it's another Navy, well, not just the other one, I'm not sure, it was a Muslim dog's tag, but this one was a Navy soldier ID, and it was down at Marin Valley in the trash, which is interesting because just at the gun range, right where they are have the open air detention site, is where the Navy actually trains. Their special units do gun training there, and so it was interesting to find a Navy military ID just in that area. So it is a confirmation again that we have, foreign militaries that are crossing the border. There's no question about that. We already know that many individuals from ISIS have done that, and those are just the ones that have been exposed. So this is something that we know has been going on. It should be a concern to, everybody, because this is something that is a very bad invasion. And there are some people I did meet. What's happening too, sorry, is that these guys I met yesterday, a lot of them were Africa. They were down at the bridge off of Cottonwood near Barrett Junction. And there was about 15 men that were from Africa there, military aged. And one of them spoke English, which was nice, and he was saying that he's from Ghana and he actually had to leave due to persecution because if you are homosexual, they will try and murder you. And his family, they told his family because if I guess it's if they catch you in the act or something like that, and so that happened with him, and they, had physically harmed him before, and then they'll put your picture up and so that people can report if they see you and so they even got to his family and they were also going to report him. And so he knew he needed to leave. He wound up staying with a gentleman for a little while and then he got him a ticket out here. He was saying that he just used the map to get out here. So I'm sure there was other means that, he was able to find out exactly where to go. But some of the men, there's been a lot of people that have been shot at and killed by the cartels. And so one of the men from Africa that could speak just a tiny bit of English was telling me, because they spoke Arabic, he was telling me that two of their friends got shot and killed, and then one of them got shot and was just getting out of the hospital. But it was, very upsetting to him. And that's what's so sad is that, these people have been sold a lie and they go through all of these extremes. I mean, many of them are coming for a nefarious reason, but the ones that are being exploited and believe the lie that they're, going to have a better life, are losing their life in the process. And so it's not something that, we don't know about, but it is, sad to hear their stories and just see their heartbreak. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. Um, but it's just another kind of facet to this whole border machine. And so, I think we need to be aware of all of the facets because it's not all just nefarious people. Um, but there's many of them, and those are the ones that we should be concerned about. It's sad to hear that a lot of these people, like even these NGOs, will be so aggressive, and that's what was happening at Camp 177 yesterday. One of the NGOs, and I posted a video about it. Tries to run you over or pretend that they're going to and will tell the people not to talk to you, so they're actually sowing discord with these individuals who are just trying to get a story from them and see what they have to say about why they're here. And so they tell them not to talk to us. So I wound up telling them when we were actually at the Patricia Fable Bridge when I saw the NGO again and there were some people there, because what happens when they do that, all of a sudden, if the people were talking to you at one point and then they show up and tell them not to talk to you, their whole attitude with you changes. At first, they're excited to see you kind of and talk to you. And then all of a sudden, they're just glaring at you like you're doing something nefarious, which those people are the ones making money off of them. And so, when down at the Patricia Fable area at the wall, where they had just told them that, and she again like pointed her car just directly at me to act like she's gonna run you over and then make faces at you at like as she's speeding off. But I asked her like, why are you trying to run people over, after she had told these individuals not to talk to us. And so I wound up telling them that the people that are telling you not to talk to us are actually making money off of you. And so I was like, think about that. But it's just, sad to see how much discord that they are sowing with these individuals, which would seemingly make them hate us, right? And then um, Jdata 17 had an experience earlier today when he was at Camp 177 just before I got here, and it's a different NGO than that one that was doing that yesterday. But they all, will be kind of blessing these people that are coming across, acting like they're, now residents, that this is their home, and then coming and attacking us. And they were asking him like, how much, like, what's he going to do to help? That he needs to basically give water and have all this stuff to give them, or he's just an evil person. I mean, that's what they make you feel like. So it's just interesting to see their attitude with the people that actually live here and then the way they treat them. And again, so many people are just saying that they're now Americans, that they are now residents, that they have all, they shouldn't be looked at in any other way. And that's not even having been processed. Is they're saying that as soon as they step foot on American soil, that they're like, it's like it bleeds into them and all of a sudden they're American. And when I was telling the Mexican immigration over here, this guy that I was talking to, he spoke some English. He was saying like, what? I mean, that if because I asked what would happen if I crossed over right here, and or if an American did, and he would say, well, I would do the same thing. So he would deport me. Um, I don't even know where he'd send me at that point. It's like he wouldn't send me to Tabasco because that would be funny. That I'd have to make my way back, right? Maybe I could do a CBP one up at that point, but he would, again, he would stay true to what his job is, which was interesting because I was like, "Are you sure? Like, what if I just and you didn't see it?" But he was like, "No, you can't." So I was like, "Well, that's good that you're not going to just like break the rules, and treat it seriously." But who knows? I mean, you never know. You'd almost have to have a camera here to see if what they're doing when the people are crossing and see if they're actually trying to stop them or not, or if they just have a bunch of people that they're paying to sit out here and hold guns and like, I don't know, just for show. It's not like anybody's here watching, but anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update and thank you for joining us. You can like, share, and follow. If you have any tips, you can call 619-678-1442. If you'd like to stay anonymous, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Tips, or if you want to send us videos, you can do that as well. You can always go to sandiegolivedata.com to find out more information. You can email us at sandiegolivedata@gmail.com, or you can follow me at Eye of the Storm SD on X, at Jdata17, and at Luke Slywaker. And so we will continue to show this border machine to you guys. So happy Sabbath.
You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't You can run, but you can't hide. Can't You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.